Hello, good morning. Hope you all are taking maximum advantage of these virtual classes. Hope you all are doing good with the studies. Okay. As we discussed in the previous video, there are separations of methods of soluble substances. Okay. How can we separate the soluble substances using the evaporation method that we have seen in the last video? Also we have seen the method of condensation. Okay. Today we will see the different kinds of method or use of more than one method to separate the substances. Okay. In today's video we will see use of more than one method of separation. Use of more than one method of separation. Okay. As we all know, in the last video we have seen if we have the mixture of salty water, mixture of sweet water, sugar plus water is become sweet water and salt plus water become salty water. So how do we separate the substances of this mixture especially? So we know that with the help of evaporation method we can separate the things. We can separate the mixture of salty water and sweet water as well. Okay. Let me recapitulate all the things which we have already discussed yesterday. You all know the method of preparation of salt at the sea. Okay. From where do we get salt? Obviously from the sea water. We all get salt from the sea water. So what is happening there? As sea water is very salty, it is full of salt. So what is happening there? There is happening the process of evaporation. Okay. First of all, let me tell you what is the definition of evaporation. As yesterday also we have discussed, the process in which water changes into water vapor on heating is called evaporation, or else we can also say the process of conversion. Okay. The process of conversion of water into vapor. Okay. The process of conversion of water into vapor is called evaporation. Is called evaporation. First, let us study the definition of evaporation. Okay. In many ways we can define the evaporation process, as we did yesterday, the process in which water changes into water vapor, and the same thing is there. But this definition is given there in your NCERT textbook, so we can go for it. The process of conversion of water into its vapor form or into vapor is called evaporation. Into its vapor is called evaporation. So again let's think about the process of making salt at the sea. What is happening there? Obviously by the heat of the sun the water gets heated, and when water get heated it changes into water vapor. Okay. Continuously water get heated by the sun and it changes into water vapor and rises up in the air. Okay. Due to this continuous process of evaporation, the entire water it changes into vapor and vanished, or we can say fly away up in the air. What remain? Salt. Okay. And the salt and the water will be separated in the sea due to the process of evaporation, due to the heat of the sun, and whatever salt is remaining there will be sent for the further purification. Okay, because direct salt we are not using for our domestic purpose, for the eating purpose. Okay, that salt will be sent or will be processed further for the purification, and we get the salt. This is the process which is happening at the sea. Okay, so process of evaporation is nothing but changing water into its vapor form is called evaporation. Okay, now we are discussing use of more than one method of separation. Okay, suppose anybody is providing you a mixture of sand and water, mixture of salt and water, and mixture of sugar and water. Okay, if anyone is providing you or giving you these three mixture, sand and water, salt and water, and sugar and water. Okay, can we use only one method to separate all this mixture? No, not at all. Okay, because whatever examples we have taken, these two examples are of soluble substances, as I told you yesterday, and the first example is of insoluble substances, because sand is insoluble in water. So what to do? Let us see. For the sand and water, we need to use the method of sedimentation and decantation. Okay, in the first video. Okay, remember? Yes, for separation of sand and water, we need to use the method of sedimentation and decantation. Okay, this mixture of sand and water we have to keep aside for a couple of minutes, and after that you will observe that sand will be settled down at the bottom of the beaker, water will be floating up obviously, and whatever clean water is there we can pour into another container, that is called decanted water, we can say. Okay, sedimentation is nothing but the settled down impurities at the bottom, as it is undissolved or as it is insoluble in water. So mud or sand will be settled down at the bottom. The process is called sedimentation, and whatever clean water is floating up, we have to pour that water into another container, that is called decantation. Okay, so by the method of sedimentation and decantation, we can separate sand and water by the method of sedimentation and decantation. Okay, with the help of sedimentation and decantation, we can separate sand and water. Okay, now salt and water. Yes, you are right. Here we can go for evaporation method. Okay, we have to boil the mixture, we have to boil it well, and at one stage you will observe that the entire water will be changes into water vapor and goes up in the air. Whatever remain at the bottom of the flask or of the bottom of the container, that is salt. So by the method of evaporation, we did salt and water separate. Okay, same method we can apply with the sugar and water as well. So these two examples, we can separate the substances using the method of evaporation. Okay, hope this is very clear to you all. Okay, we cannot go for one method for separating all the substances. As per the solubility in water, we can use the different methods for separations of the substances. Okay, first of all, we have seen in the first video itself of the introduction of the lesson, where we separate the things which are solid. Okay, the method of winnowing, threshing, hand picking. Then we saw the solid and liquid mixture. with the help of sedimentation and decantation. And in yesterday's video, previous video, we have seen what to use if there is the soluble substance is concerned. Whenever we are thinking about soluble substance, the substance which are completely dissolved in water, we can separate this substance using the method of evaporation. Okay, let us see the definition of condensation here. Okay, I told you in previous video also, it is totally opposite of evaporation. Okay, let us see the last term of the lesson, the method of condensation, and then here we will wind up the lesson. Okay. The process of conversion. I told you condensation is opposite of evaporation. So you can frame your own definitions of condensation. The process of conversion of water vapor into its water form, very good, liquid form. Is called condensation. You can note down it. Okay, you can note down the definition of condensation, can be asked in the examination. Okay, as we discuss the process of evaporation, we must have to discuss the term of condensation as well. And I told you it is totally opposite of evaporation. When vapor changes into water, many times we can see, okay, first of all water gets boiled, changes into water vapor, but when the vapor touches the lid of the container, it will become cool, and when it become cool, ultimately the vapor changes into drops of water. The process is called condensation. Let's have a look on the definition of condensation once again. The process of conversion of water vapor into its water form is called condensation. Okay, the process of conversion of water vapor into its liquid form is called condensation. Okay, I hope you all are clear with it. Okay, let us revise the entire lesson one more time. Okay, I want to just few points to be remember of this lesson. First of all, we have seen the different kinds of separation methods using by the farmers, okay, or the people those are working in the villages. Mostly we have seen. In that we have seen the process of first hand picking, where larger size of impurities can be picked by the hand, the name itself hand picking. Then we have seen winnowing, where the person used to stand at the height and with the flow of the air it separating the things. Then next, threshing, beating the stalks of the grains on the harder surface to get stalks and grains separately. And then sieving is nothing but with the help of sieve larger impurities will be separated. Okay, construction site and all these people are using the sieving machines. Then we have discussed what about the soluble substances, how we can separate the soluble substance. So while discussing the soluble substance, we have seen the mixture of salt and water we can separate by the method of evaporation. Okay, we have to boil the water, water will be changes into water vapor and we will get the pure salt. And then we also seen the method of condensation, where we can separate the vapor into its liquid form. Okay, the process in which water vapor changes into its liquid form is called condensation. That is only important regarding this lesson. Okay, and I hope you all are clear with it. Okay, so here we have wind up with the lesson, we have finished the lesson. In next video we will start lesson number next. Okay, so till then stay connected and take one more time I will like to urge you all to take the maximum advantage of these virtual classes. Prepare notes, and if any doubt, feel free to call me on my personal number anytime. Okay, I am there to resolve your queries. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.